Have you ever felt so overwhelmed that your brain just shuts down? Like life is moving faster than you can keep up with, and every task, from the big to the tiny, feels heavy. That used to happen to me all of the time. I'd feel stuck, anxious, and mentally exhausted. And then I realised something important. Resetting your life doesn't have to mean completely reinventing yourself. Small shifts, simple routines, clear priorities, that's what can create balance, calm, and energy without the pressure of perfection. Welcome back to the Kelly Diane Report, the podcast. Today's episode is about how to reset your life, your routines, your energy, your focus, without starting from scratch. We'll explore practical ways to organise your day, declutter your mind, and create balance that sticks. And we'll talk about small wins, personal rituals, and reflection prompts that help you feel like you're in control again. Let's start with what overwhelm actually feels like. For me, when life piles up, toddler, social media, house tasks, relationships, I used to shut down completely. My instinct was to avoid, to procrastinate, to scroll mindlessly while my brain shouted at me in the background. But shutting down doesn't solve anything, it just prolongs the stress. How do you usually react when everything feels like too much? Are you someone who pushes through, shuts down, or both? Last month, the house was a mess. Emails were piling up, I hadn't done content planning, and I just sat on the sofa, staring. I knew this wasn't sustainable, but I didn't know where to start. Resetting doesn't have to be dramatic. Small shifts often create the biggest change. For example, creating a simple daily routine, morning, afternoon, evening. Setting one priority for each day instead of trying to do it all. Tidying one area of the house each day, because when the space is organised, your mind feels freer. What's one small shift you could make today that would reduce stress immediately? I started with a 15-minute morning tidy, making the bed, clearing surfaces. That tiny win instantly made the day feel manageable. Resetting your life means creating order across all areas without overthinking. At home, quick daily tidying, declutter zones. Work and social media, content lists, task batching, calendar blocks. Parenting and relationships, shared routines, intentional time, micro moments of connection. And self-care, scheduled workouts, hobbies, and mindfulness breaks. Which areas of your life feels the most chaotic right now? Which small step would help bring order there? I organised my kitchen drawers and suddenly feel like my entire day was easier. I know it sounds small, but it mattered. Resetting isn't just about cleaning or routines, it's about choosing where your energy goes. Ask yourself these 3 things. Which tasks truly matter today? Which ones can wait? And what drains me unnecessarily? Write down your top 3 priorities for today and focus there first. When I started doing this, I realised I'd been spending hours on tasks that weren't urgent. Just deciding what really mattered lifted a huge weight. Small daily rituals can reset your mental state and energy. In the morning, 5 to 10 minutes of planning, stretching, or journaling. Midday, a short break, a walk, or a cup of tea without distractions. And in the evening, tidy in one area, reflect on the day, and prep for tomorrow. Which ritual could you realistically add this week? I began journaling 3 sentences each evening. What went well, what I'm grateful for, and what to focus on tomorrow. It's simple, but it signals to my brain that I'm in control. As always, I want this podcast to feel like a conversation. Comment below what small step helped you reset recently, which area of life feels most out of balance, and what's one tiny ritual you swear by. Hearing from each other makes this a safe, supportive space, and often the simplest tip from someone else sparks real change. Resetting doesn't happen overnight. Some weeks you're in survival mode, other weeks in growth mode. What season are you in right now? What can you do this week that aligns with this season rather than forcing a total life overhaul? Last week, I accepted that some areas, like social media growth, could pause temporarily while I focused on home and toddler routines. That small permission felt like a reset. Resetting your life isn't about perfection, it's about small steps that restore balance, reduce stress, and free mental space. Even one small shift, tidying a drawer, scheduling a short break, prioritising one task, can make a huge difference. What's one thing you can do today to reset without reinventing your life? Thank you for spending this time with me on the Kelly Diane Report, the podcast. I hope this episode leaves you feeling a little calmer, a little more in control, and motivated to take simple, practical steps towards balance.